What's going on, Fam Club? It's been a week now since the latest Japanese Pokemon set, Terastal Festival, has been out. It's an absolutely phenomenal set, but I've been watching people rip it for insane prices on a lot of those rip and ship sites, sometimes $15 to $20 a pack. That's $150 to $200 a box because there's 10 packs in there. That is absolutely insane. Japanese Pokemon boxes are supposed to be $36 at MSRP. Now, there might be a lot of value in there, and it got me thinking, exactly how much value can you expect to pull out of one of these boxes? So I painstakingly grabbed all the prices for every single card in the set, and we're going to break it down. So let's get to it. All right, guys, make sure you like this video right now because you're going to be so entranced by these numbers that I share with you. You're going to forget to like on your way to the next video, so this is the perfect timing. Anyways, I grabbed the price of every single card from eBay. This is not the latest sold. This is how much it would cost you if you wanted to buy these right now, or where you would have to list them in order to sell them if you start ripping a bunch of boxes of Terastal Festival. This is kind of the target prices you're going to have to go for. So it isn't exactly a perfect analysis of the market, but I think it's pretty close, and it's going to give us a great idea of what kind of value you're going to get out of one of these boxes. And so you can decide for yourself how much you're really willing to pay. Before looking at these numbers, I was hard set that $50 is the absolute max that I would pay for a box of this. Let's see if they change my mind. Now, I'm not going to go through every single card here. You can look at the values that you want. I will point out a few things really quickly here. Some cards like this Badoo, the Pokeball, is going for $7.75. The Master Ball is going for $26.59 just because it's such a playable card. It takes no energy to do 10 damage, but the attack stops the other player from playing any item cards that turn. So it's going to be a huge player in the TCG game for sure, and that's why the Pokeball and Master Ball for a card like this are going for much higher than you would normally think. Obviously, all the Eevees, all the Eevelutions, the Pokeballs and Master Balls are going for a lot of money. Besides them and a few exceptions, most of them aren't going for too much. Let me just scroll down really quickly here. We got, here, obviously, here's the Big Daddy, 17 for Umbreon for the Pokeball, 291 for the Master Ball. That is the most expensive card in this set because it is insanely hard to get. And we'll talk about that. You got Roaring Moon, $4.40, $23 for the Master Ball. Dreepy and Draklock, playable cards. So the Pokeball is going for much more than a lot of the other common ones. And then the Master Balls, of course, are high as well. Again, these are very playable in the TCG game. Again, there's Eevee. That's a high one. Now, there's a few trainer cards that are actually going for a lot in the Pokeball. And one thing that was interesting is that they stopped the Master Balls as soon as you get to the item cards or the trainer cards. So once you get to Ogre's Mask, they no longer exist. So there's actually only 100 Master Balls in total that you could possibly get, which kind of helps a little bit with getting the one you want. However, in a perfect world, you still got to open like 300 boxes, in order to get, in a perfect world, every single Master Ball. That's insane. So it's not going to be something easily tracked down by opening packs, or not inexpensively. Whereas like for the SARs, there's only 27 and you get one in every box. So if they're all printed equally, you're going to get them all in about 27 box, a much more achievable, effort if you're going to be sitting down and ripping boxes like crazy. Anyways, so trainer cards, Earthen Vessel Pokeball is going for $5. Buddy Buddy Poffin's going for 15, and then Night Stretcher's going for 13. So there are some Pokeballs that you should be on the lookout for, and make sure you grab them up. Throw them on the marketplace if you're not interested in keeping them yourself, because the players are looking for these to bling out their deck. Now let's jump down. SRs are not guaranteed. There's only a couple that are being desired right now. Friends and Paul Dia, Airy, and Mila. And they're not going for a lot. So they're not going to, the value of these are not going to play a huge factor in determining the overall value of ripping boxes itself. Here's all the values for the SARs. I realize I'm in your way, so let me just pop over here. There we go. Now it's all over there. Anyways, these are all the SARs and what they're going for right now. Obviously, the Eevees and Eevelutions are high. Umbreon is $280. I'm not going to go through all of them and throw pictures on the thing. It's just going to take too long. And we want to get to the meat of this video, which is coming up. Down on the... So one of these Pokemon SARs is guaranteed in your box. You're gonna get one of them. Some of them are as low as $3.99, and get the Umbreon, you're at $280. So there's sometimes you can get barely any value in your box, and sometimes you can get quite a bit. You may get an SAR trainer. Again, they're not going for a lot, so it's not going to play a huge factor in determining the actual value. Kieran is going for $20 and Lacey is going for $12.80. And down on the gold front, these are pretty rare, the ultra rares. $55 for the Pikachu. That's really the only one you're looking for. And then so here we are. The complete, what it would cost you to get every regular card in this set, $1,438.61. All the Pokeball reverses, $386, and all the Master Balls, $1,653. You're looking at a complete Master set of $3,477.86 if you bought them all on the auction house right now. All right, bro, that's great and all, but how much value can I get if I start ripping these boxes? How much should I be paying for these boxes? Well, I put it together in a little chart here with some Excel formulas that'll kind of help us figure it out. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. Obviously, most of us aren't getting Umbreon. Doesn't make a huge difference. We can kind of play with this a little bit and it'll show us what exactly will happen. First off, since a Master Ball comes up one every 3 boxes, I figured that I'd make my chart kind of work on the 3 box. In English sets, I usually do like 1,000 packs because that's usually enough to get us a good idea of how we'll get everything. In this case, I worked with how do we kind of get us a Master Ball, and so that's 3 boxes or 30 packs of cards. Now, when we get 30 packs of cards, we're going to get 27 RRs, those regular EX cards. They don't have a lot of value, but if you throw them on the auction house, you're going to get a little bit back. And you're going to get 27 because 1 pack out of there is going to be your SAR. It's possible to get a little bit less, but again, it's not going to make a big factor. So we know we're guaranteed 1 SAR Pokemon per box. If we open 3 boxes, then we're going to get 3, obviously. We could get 1 Master Ball and 8 Pokeballs because you should get 3 combined out of every box. And again, we're working from 3 boxes here, 30 packs. And you may or may not get a full art trainer. It could be an SR, an SAR. You could get 1 in every box. You could get none. You're going to get 3 A specs. They're not going for much, so it's really not going to make a difference. And you may or may not get a gold card here. So I can just kind of toy with the numbers here, but let me break down how this is working. So I took the average value of each of these types of cards and plugged that in here. If you average all the SAR Pokemon together, it's about $36 average. Obviously, the Umbreon is driving that up a little bit, but it's not an exorbitant amount. And we'll play with these numbers in a second so I can show you what if we just remove that out of the equation, which is probably a more fair, accurate representation. Average full art trainer SR SAR is about $7. A spec about $1.81. The gold card's about $16. Again, being driven up by that Pikachu, we could kind of factor it out. We can completely factor out gold cards because the chances of you getting one is pretty slim anyways. So what I did then was takes what I'm going to get out of my 30 packs, multiplies it by the average, and gives me a total. And then I add that up, and that's my 3 boxes of value, and then divide by 3, and that's going to be our gross value out of each box. And as you can see right now, based on what I have plugged in, it's about $65, which is surprisingly higher than I was expecting it to be. and I was expecting it to be much closer to about $30. A lot of times the value is not there at all. We open English boxes that right now, like Surging Sparks is $200 a box, and you're probably going to get like $30 in value, $50 if you're lucky, unless you pull the Pikachu. So that's what we're kind of looking at here. So I can kind of play with the numbers. I can say, well, I opened 3 boxes, but I'm going to get 0 Master Balls. I'm going to get 9 Pokeballs, and I'm going to get no full art trainers. I'm going to get no ultra rares. And this is what we're kind of looking at. $179 for 3 boxes, which is about $60 in value. Now, of course, if I go sell this on the auction house and I'm actually able to sell everything, I'm only going to get back about $50 because we got to factor in about 15% just for fees and stuff like that. Anyways, you know, we could crank it up. We could say we could get 3 Master Balls and only 6 Pokeballs. We could get 3 trainers, and we get a gold card as well. We're driving it up, but it's not like a crazy amount more. It's like $86 worth. Just to show you an example of how we could play with this. Let's say on average, let's get 1 full art trainer, our 3 Pokeballs. We get 1 Master Ball, and we get our 8 Pokeballs here. We're looking at about $66 in value a box. On the auction house, $56. This is what I would expect roughly. Now, let's say we take the Umbreon out of the equation. I ran the average of all the SARs. If you get rid of the Umbreon, it drives this down to about $26 in value on average for all the other SARs. That's going to give you $78 on average in value for 3 boxes, which gives us about $57 in value. It's actually not too bad if you're getting your boxes around $50-$60. You're getting your value back out of them, and that's even taking out the fact that you're not going to get a gold, you're not going to get Umbreon. Let's even take out the full art trainer. You won't get that. Let's take out the Master Ball. So let's take out getting the Umbreon, getting a Master Ball, getting a full art trainer, getting a gold card. Now you're at the $50 box. And, you know, I like this set at $50 for sure. You factor in a few other things. Yeah, I'm fine with even $60 based on what I'm seeing here. These numbers are making me say, well, I would go 60. Would I go 80, 90? No, definitely not. I think this set will be reprinted, so I definitely don't want to go much higher than $60. But looking at these numbers, it did give me a little faith that it's worth more to rip a box than I originally had thought before starting. Now, God packs. There's always the chance of God packs. They're fairly rare. Obviously, if you get one, you hit it out of the park. There's a chance for a 3 evolution. On average, if you got 3 evolutions in 1 pack, you just got about $241 in value. And if you get all 9, which guarantees you the Umbreon, you're getting $725 in value in 1 pack. So, you know, there is something to be added to the value just because that is a chance. I don't feel like it's a lot, maybe a few bucks, because the odds of you getting one are pretty low. And so maybe that would throw in, or for me, factor maybe another $5 a box in value just because of that rare chance. I've actually run numbers for God packs before for English, and it really only added a couple dollars. So I don't really expect the low odds of that to really, you know, convince me that I should be paying crazy money like I'm seeing people pay right now. So all in all, I thought the value was actually higher than I expected. I think it's a super cool set. I wouldn't go out there spending crazy. It's your money. You do what you want. I just sharing the numbers so that you can be well informed. And I hope you found it helpful or entertaining. If you rip some of these boxes, I'd love to know what you get. So please leave me a comment down below. If you like what you saw here today, please subscribe and like this video. It helps the channel grow a lot. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'll catch you in the next video.